you're going to court and the assertion being documents have been fraudulently signed?
Well, the documents have been falsely filed into the record because they're altered, they're non-original documents. Now, one problem is Cindy Lorenz kept making her $3,500 payments.
She was never home.
She was never in default. Okay, so, but she's never in default on something that has no balance due. Okay, so they give her, they're calling her and saying, oh my gosh, she's making her payments. What do we do now? Okay, let's give her a loan mod. Hey, will you do this loan mod for $4,900? She looks at it, well, why would I want to do a loan mod for $4,900? So they said, oh, okay, well, we can't get her to do a loan mod. Let's increase her payments to $6,900. So they move up her payments to $6,900. Cindy Lorenz makes those payments for 18 months. And she's trying to figure out what to do because she doesn't want to go into default. She doesn't want to lose her house. She doesn't want to go into foreclosure. So she's just writing checks. That money keeps accumulating in this escrow account because there's nobody to pay.
But somebody's getting the money. Who's getting the money?
It's in the escrow account. It's still sitting there. Nobody's getting the money because there's nobody to pay. Because decision one got paid off. Because the FDIC owns the promissory note. So all these loans are designed to fail. So now Cindy says, oh, well, I'm doing research. I found out that the FDIC owns my promissory note. So why am I paying these people over here? So now they forced her into a foreclosure. She has won 4 non-judicial foreclosure cases. They used this case in the state of Oregon to get the $40 million for the fraud that's been committed. The state of Oregon Department of Justice used this case
as one of the examples.
As one of the examples, one of the 5, I believe. Mm-hmm. And now they're coming after her for the 5th time. It's gone from Ruth Crabtree Olson to Lane Powell. Okay, they have their top guns on this. They got Pilar French, which is a top tier attorney. They got Bob Maloney, which is a top tier attorney, and they've got 9 attorneys going against one woman.
All right.
There you have it.
That says it all. Okay, good job, you guys.
Yeah. So we have a movement going here. And so it's all about the people. It's all about getting the people together and standing up for their rights. And so we're going to be moving the court under the assembly of the people. It's going to be a peaceful assembly. We just want to get together and move the court to do the right thing. Because up to this point, the court hasn't been doing the right thing. The court has been biased to the banks.
May the honest man win. Okay, so we're here to sign documents today.
Yes.
And just wondering what it's all about.
Okay, it's all about this disc right here, which is Deutsche Bank versus Lorenz. This is a case that's in Multnomah County. The plaintiff's counsel is Lane Powell, and these are the defendants on this mailing envelope. Okay, this disc is Wells Fargo 2818-3350, and there's evidence that's been put into the record that's been sworn to be true and actual. Blown up these images from this disc so people can look at them, and I'd like to share those with you. We'll start off with the deed of trust. So the first thing to do is with foreclosures is the only thing that authorizes somebody to bring a lawsuit against you if there's an injury in fact. And so to have an injury in fact, they also have to bring forward documents as in a foreclosure case. Otherwise, they won't have sufficiency in the pleadings. here's one of the documents, which is WF003229, which is the deed of trust. And I've blown them up. And one thing that you can see right away on this one is that it's dated February 22nd, 2006. And I just want to make mention of that because we will be getting back to that. Another thing you will notice is there's a gap here in the signature line. We'll be getting to that too once we go to the enlarged images of the signatures. Down here, it appears that we have one color of blue and a different color of blue underneath here. So, this is exhibit 2 of 3 of the deed of trust. And here's Mr. Lorenz's signature. And right away we have it appears to be a photoshopped image here. And it appears that there's a double signature line, and there's all this pixelation going on here. And the line is over the top of the signature. I mean, how can we have a line that's over the top of a signature? And another thing we still need to point out is the date is 2/22 of 06. This is a notary that they've done. And the notary, we have a signature line, and then it stops. And then we have a dual line here that extends over here, and the signature line goes on top of the signature again.
And you can see it's pixelated again. This isn't, but this is.
Is what? That's
It's
what?
Pixelated, in other words.
Pixelated, okay,
It's
gotcha.
been photoshopped. This might be a real C, but the rest of it's not.
Or they're in different resolutions.
Yeah, and it's all different resolution. And so the only way that they can foreclose is by having authenticum autographed documents. Here is the pre-writer to the note. Once again, the 2/22/2006 signature date. Once again, it appears that we have a dual line, and it appears that we have a space on the signature line.
And then a different kind of signature line.
Yeah. And here's his signature that we just looked at, blown up, and it's quite obvious that there's like a dual line, there's a space here,
And then a single line.
Where's the space?
there seems to be a space in between there. You see white all the way through there.
Right.
It looks like they've laid a dual line over the top. It looks like they've laid a couple different
Yeah.
things on top.
You can see a break here, a break here, a break here, break here, a break here, and then the other break. And then this is, in fact, line, this is all pixelated, which means it's been photoshopped dramatically.
This is the promissory note, which is WF 003237. And this doesn't have a date on it, but this has decision 1, which is basically, signed it here.
And you'll see different colors of ink here.
And we'll get to the blown up sections, blown up ones, images now. Hello, Chuck. Come on in. And so here we have,
Single line, double line.
yeah, it appears that they put this signature on here, and when they did, it appears that they got rid of the NZ. And so they laid this over the top, and they said, oh no, we covered up the NZ. So then they took the NZ and laid it over the top of the signature. So every autograph that I have ever done, the signature lines never pop up on top of them.
We didn't realize we were dealing with live signature lines.
Color change.
Blue, black,
Just point that out again.
blue. This is in black, this is in black, and that's in blue. Signature line, look at this signature line. Never seen anything like that, ever, in any signature line. The breaks here, breaks.
Now explain the significance of that. Why does that matter?
Well, the only way anybody can come against you in the court of law, they need to possess the authenticum autograph documents. And so what they've done is they have forged they have filed false documents into the record because these are not authenticum documents. And,
And what does that mean?
well, they're not original.
And what does that mean?
Well, there's 300 years worth of case law that proves all the way back that the only way that they can come against you would be to possess the note against you.
The original.
The original authenticum autograph note. And so
In coming against you with a foreclosure.
that is correct.
Okay.
And so what we have here is, this is a statutory warranty deed. The statutory warranty deed is Marie Corbin, which is the grantor, conveys and warrants to David B. Lorenz, the grantee. So this is a really powerful recorded county document because this transfers the property from the owner of the property, which turns out to be the seller of the property, to the new owner. Okay? This document is dated February 27th, 2006. Okay? It's recorded in the county records on February 28th, 2006. So now, these documents here are produced 5 days prior to the statutory warranty deed. How can that be? How can somebody create documents that are on the 22nd when the person selling the house never sold it till the 27th? That's,
And the buyer didn't buy it till the 27th.
and the buyer didn't buy it till the 28th.
28, actually.
Yeah, because the statutory warranty deed sells the property. The day before a person goes to closing, the seller has to sell the property into the name of the buyer. And then the next day, the person goes to escrow. They put title insurance on it. They do all the stuff they do, and you sign all the documents. In this circumstance, this loan needed to get in a securitization trust on the 22nd. And so Decision One or somebody said, oh gosh, we need to get this thing in the trust because, we've sold it to this trust, but they're not showing up till the 28th. What are we going to do? We're gonna forge and fabricate some documents. And so that's probably why the state of Oregon, the Department of Justice, shut down Decision One for fraudulent acts.
Okay, so decision one being they needed to get it into the trust. What trust?
The Deutsche Bank Trust.
The Deutsche Bank Trust.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they put it into a securitization pool.
Which means what?
Well, they basically sell it so they can sell it to investors.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. And so and what's happened with this loan, this particular loan, is it has been sold into this trust. But what has happened from the 10,000 pages worth of discovery that we have found out is that the loan, or the FDIC got involved because Decision One, I believe, went bankrupt. So Decision One paid off the promissory note with TARP funds. Okay, so FDIC takes possession of the promissory note. So now Cindy Lorenz, the Lorenzes who have this property, who have this loan, continue making their $3,500 payments. Well, they have a servicer called Wells Fargo, American Servicing Company, and they keep making their $3,500 payments. Well, they're trying to figure out where to put the money because the note's paid for. The FDIC just paid off the note.